Before we get into the story, here's what you need to know. We're in the world of Westeros and Essos, a land of dragons, kings, betrayals, and empires rising and falling. This chapter is from Daenerys Targaryen's eyes, a young girl, barely 13, caught in a game of power played by grown men. Daenerys is being forced into a marriage by her brother Viserys. He dreams of reclaiming the throne of Westeros and sees her as nothing more than a tool. Her new husband, a fearsome warrior named Khal Drogo, leader of the brutal Dothraki horsemen. Now let's step into Daenerys' world. Daenerys married Khal Drogo in a giant wild ceremony out in the open fields of Pentos. The Dothraki believed that anything important in a man's life should happen under the open sky. So Drogo's entire Khalasar showed up, 40,000 warriors plus their families, slaves and herds. The city of Pentos was basically overrun. Illyrio, a rich magister who'd arranged the marriage, was feeding everyone spicy meats and sweet wines. He told Viserys not to worry. Everything was going as planned. Viserys didn't care about the food, though. He just wanted his crown. He looked at Daenerys like she was already sold, saying, he can have her tomorrow if he pays the price. Illyrio tried to calm him down, saying that Khal would give him his crown, but only after he presented Daenerys to the Dosh Khaleen, the Dothraki wise women, and if the omens favored war. Viserys didn't care about omens. He was angry and impatient, ready to fight anyone who told him to wait. Daenerys, meanwhile, said nothing. She didn't dare. That night, she had a terrifying dream. Her brother hit her. She was naked and afraid. He screamed, "You woke the dragon," again and again. Then everything around her caught fire, and out of the flames rose a huge dragon that stared straight into her soul. She woke up, soaked in sweat and shaking, more scared than ever. Then the wedding day came. From sunrise to sunset, there was food, fighting, dancing, and blood. Daenerys sat next to Khal Drogo, high above the crowd, wearing wedding silks and trying to smile through tears. Her brother sat just below her and hated every second of being ranked beneath her. Every dish went to her and Drogo first. Viserys had to eat their leftovers. He fumed silently the whole time. Dany felt completely alone. She didn't speak the Dothraki language, and Khal Drogo didn't speak hers. He barely looked at her. Her brother was too far to hear, and she was too scared to eat. All around her, the Dothraki were living their chaotic lives, eating horse meat with honey and peppers, drinking sour milk wine, laughing, shouting, and fighting. Suddenly, a warrior grabbed a dancer, threw her down, and mounted her in front of everyone. Dany looked away, horrified, but more warriors joined in. Then 2 men started fighting over a woman. They drew araks, curved blades, and danced around each other in a deadly duel. Within seconds, one was gutted, his insides spilled out on the ground. No one cared. A Dothraki wedding without at least 3 deaths was considered boring. Hers had 12. Dany was terrified of the people, of her brother, of what would happen that night with the man who now owned her. She kept repeating to herself, "I am the blood of the dragon. I am not afraid." When the sun finally set, Khal Drogo stood and lifted Dany to her feet. It was time for the bride gifts. Viserys gave her 3 handmaids, each meant to teach her something: how to ride, how to speak Dothraki, and how to please a man. Dany knew Viserys didn't pay for them. Illyrio did. Ser Jorah Mormont, an exiled knight who served her brother, gave her books, old histories of the 7 kingdoms. It wasn't much, but it was the first gift she truly appreciated. Then came Illyrio's gift, a chest full of fine clothes and 3 huge eggs that shimmered like jewels. One was green with bronze flecks, one cream with gold, and the last one black with red swirls. Dragon eggs, he said, turned to stone with age, but still beautiful. Drogo's blood riders offered her traditional weapons, a whip, a curved blade, and a longbow. She politely refused and said her husband would carry them for her, as tradition demanded. Then Drogo brought his gift, a silver mare so beautiful she looked like smoke in the moonlight. Dany reached out, touched her neck, and instantly felt something shift inside. This horse wasn't just a gift, it was power. Khal Drogo lifted her into the saddle and she rode, first carefully, then boldly, then flying over fire pits as the Dothraki cheered. When she came back, she said to Illyrio, "Tell him he's given me the wind." And Drogo smiled, for the first time. As night fell, he mounted his red stallion. She rode beside him on her silver. The Cerys came close, dug his fingers into her leg and whispered, "Please him, or I swear you'll see the dragon wake like never before." Dany shivered. Her fear returned. She repeated again, "I am the blood of the dragon. I am the blood of the dragon." They rode until the world went dark and quiet. They stopped by a stream. Drogo helped her down. She felt weak and small, like glass that might shatter. She cried. Drogo gently wiped her tears and said the one word he knew, "No." That surprised her. He could speak her language. Even just one word felt comforting. He sat in front of her and began removing bells from his long braid. She helped him. Then he motioned for her to do the same to his hair. When they were done, he began undressing her, slowly, carefully, like she was precious. She tried to cover herself, shy and scared. He gently pulled her hands away and looked her in the eyes. "No," he said again, not as a command, as comfort. Then he touched her, slowly, softly. He never hurt her, just explored. Her face, her hands, her back, her hair. She was scared but also calm. After a long time, he cupped her face and asked again, "No?" And for the first time that night, she said, "Yes."
And that's how this chapter ends. Daenerys Targaryen, once terrified, now quietly stepping into her destiny as Khaleesi. If you enjoyed this hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the bell icon. Also, check out the previous chapters if you haven't already.